Hey guys, Mick from Total Form Center. So today we're going to talk about a request that we've had on our Instagram page on exercises, stretches, mobility tips on how to get more aero. So we're going to go all the way back and we're going to give this a real world benefit. So aerodynamics on a bike is being able to get into a good streamlined position where we're creating less frontal area or CDA, so coefficient of drag. But to get in a good position and to create less CDA, we actually need to work on our overall posture, the ability to have a good, relatively flat upper thoracic back with good rotation versus the classic desk-bound posture that a lot of us have and a lot of swimmers have, like this, that really hunched forward rotation through the shoulders. So we actually need to undo all that. We need to get the shoulders back naturally, but the big thing is actually getting that upper thoracic or that thoracic spine, getting some of the kyphosis or the side bend out of it. We want a certain amount in there, that's healthy, but we want to keep it to a minimum, purely because if you're rounded in that position there, watch what happens around. There's the upper vertebrae, and if I tilt forward there, the neck goes with it. If the neck goes with it, I've got to crane further, or I literally have to pull the head back, which means I'm sticking the head out into the wind. So to fix that, we need to work on our posture, okay? More often than not, when we're talking the posture, we need to start to work on the big muscles as well. So the pecs, the lats are the two main drivers. We also have a muscle deep in here called the pec minor. And the big issue is a lot of people are what we call internally rotated through here. So the lat is actually pulling that arm in and around and drawing that shoulder further forward, making it even harder to get our shoulder blades back and our spine upright. So we're going to do just a couple little drills and exercises to work and to start to improve that. Remember, none of this is going to happen straight away, all right? You have to take what I call the teaspoon effect. So a teaspoon of improvement every day. We need to work on it daily. It's not something you can just do once whenever you remember it. You need to set this in a training calendar and start to improve it, because it's piece by piece that you'll get the benefits. Same as any good training program, it's structured, it's gradated, and you build that fitness over time. So getting range of motion back through the shoulders, getting the spine back straight, again, it is a piece by piece, step by step improvement over time. So now we're going to go straight into a couple of exercises. So it's basically a bolster, a lumbar support. We're going to use this upper part here. You can use a towel, just rolled up towel. And we'll grab just a decent sized towel. And then roll it up like that, something very similar, very easy. Everyone's got towels, okay? But for me today, I'm going to use this, all right? So we're going to do it two ways. So first off, what we're going to do is we're going to go horizontal. I'm going to use the massage table here, and I'm going to use a dumbbell, all right? I'm going to use one for this one. And we'll put the bolster here. And my aim here is to have the bolster to start with about midway along the back, all right? So we've got that midway along the back, and then you just start by leaning it out, all right? You should feel a bit of a stretch at the front of the chest here, and likely also if maybe actually deep in the chest cavity. So just start with that. And then once you're set with that, no weight to start with. Bring your arms above your head, okay? And here is where you'll start to feel a stretch for me. I'm feeling it right up the leading edge of that lat through here, okay? And a little bit in the pec. So we're going to start just by doing squeeze back. So now I'm actually pulling my arms backwards and I'm going to hold there. 3, 2, 1, and then move back, come back down, squeeze back down, hold, 3, 2, 1, and then let it relax again. So already I'm starting to gain some range of motion. So now I'm going to pick up the empty dumbbell. This is about 1.5 to 2 kilo. Okay, so what this does is it brings my hands a little bit close together. I keep them relatively straight. Bolster still in the same position. Roll back. Hold. So now that stretches on the opposite side. And then what I'm doing now is I'm actually creating an isometric contraction. So I'm squeezing the lats at that end range of motion. So there's no movement, I'm just doing it to hold the weight. Holding for roughly 10 seconds and then lengthen out. There we go, I'm at that range again and then squeeze, holding, 10-second hold. Just breathe through this as well, nice and relaxed. 3, 2, 1, lengthen out. You can actually see there, my left arm doesn't want to drop as much. So that my right arm, which believe it or not is where the one I had surgery on, is actually opening up a lot nicer. The left one doesn't want to play the game. 3, 2, 1, and then letting it go. One more time, squeezing. And then I've still got plenty of work to do on that left arm, but for now we're going to go from that position there, nice and slowly now. Do some pullovers, okay? Very slowly. What we're looking for here is we're looking for the ability for the muscle, so as in our lats, we're looking for those lats to be able to activate at that extreme range of motion, okay? The best way to maintain length in any muscle is to use it through its full range of motion. One thing to stretch a muscle, but if you're not using it or activating it while it's in that range of motion, the brain won't allow you to use it when it's under actually load. So passive range of motion just by stretching might get you to what looks like a good range, but then without actually using it in that range, the brain's going, well, I can't use this because the muscle's not actually hasn't fired or hasn't trained in that position before. So the brain creates a stress response, it shortens the muscle down to protect the joint, protect the muscle. There we go there now. So that's actually working really, really nicely there. Okay, so that's the first part, that's the lats. So now I'm going to grab the other dumbbell. And normally I'd do this on a standard weight bench, but I'm going to do it here, the lighting's a bit better. So we're going to take our bolster, you can have the towel or whatever, and we're going to go longitudinal this time. So this time we're actually going to target the pecs. Okay? Really opening up the chest now. Okay, arms back there. And again, I'm looking to get that head nice and back. now what we're doing is we're going along through here, okay? And I'm going to hold. So this is that same, so now I'm isometrically holding, squeezing. 3, 2, 1. I'm going to let that go open a bit further. So this will get the biceps, this will get the pecs, this will get the deltoids. This gets everything down that front section. Okay, and again, some holding, squeezing the pec, holding for 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Lengthen out a little bit further. Well, my left side is really, it is tight through there. So we've really found something that needs some work through there. Okay, and then I'm going to hold again, nice isometric contraction, squeezing, 10-second hold, 3, 2, 1, let it go. We're starting to get some length through there now. Okay, so now we're going to go in and we're going to do our flies, good old-fashioned pec flies. Okay, nice and slowly, looking for a long spine, straight out. We're just looking for about 10 reps here. Okay, so again, getting the muscle to fire through a full range of motion. As you can see, it's not heavy. We're not looking to build strength here. We're looking to build neural activation or connection between the brain and the muscle at that extreme range of motion. And each rep there now, it's starting to get almost connected, like there's coordination going on there now. Okay, so the brain and the muscle now is willing to work at that extreme end. So there we go. There's 2 exercises that you can do to help build resilience to the upper body, decrease that rounding, and that's for just everyday work. But if you are a triathlete or a swimmer, increase that range through here so you can get the hand higher, you get the shoulder up here, and then you can get into that high elbow position for the catch up there to that position there. And then with the aerodynamic positioning, the better the lats are along here, the more you're able to get that position, that higher hand, flatten out the back, so you can actually angle the head correctly. Okay, so that's a bit of a tip for all you people that are looking to improve your aerodynamic positioning and help upper back and neck pain as well. So a bit of a freebie there. See how you go with that, make any comments, and if you've got any other questions or requests for exercises, let me know. This is Mick from Total Performance Center, guys. Have a good one.